So Lukumadness is just a play on words. See, in Greek, these are Lukumadness. The madness coming from all the different toppings and stuff like that that you can put on the donut. It's been around since the first Olympic Games, even before. So the key here is to get them crispy on the outside and cooked all the way through on the inside.
It's very light and flavorful, and I really enjoy the toppings on this one.
I wanted several different colors and I wanted it to be nice and clean and modern. I think the kid reactions have been the most rewarding for me because, you know, they have chocolate all over their face and they're just like, this is so delicious. Hi, my name is Vicky.
And I'm Nico.
And we're the owners of Lukumadness.
We are located in Downers Grove, Illinois. It's about 20 miles west of Chicago.
We actually took our son to Iceland for his first birthday. We had always wanted to do something restaurant related or bakery related. And when we went there, we actually stumbled upon a Lukumadness store that was owned by a Greek gentleman who came over from Athens. And we started chatting with him and Nick was like, this is exactly what I've been talking about. During the summer, the Greek churches in our areas throw festivals and they serve Lukumadness as their main dessert, and that's what everybody craves. It's kind of nice that now we offer it year round, so you see people coming in going, we don't have to wait for the Greek festivals anymore. I'm like, no, you don't.
It's a type of donut. It's a little different than your typical donut, but that's why I advertise not just, Lukumadness, but their donuts and donuts like all over the place. What makes them Greek typically is the honey, cinnamon, walnuts, and the yeast. We have about 11 or 12 that we have in our creations, but the combinations are endless.
The base of it, though, is the same.
No, the most important stuff would be the temperature of the water and the milk when you put it in there. It needs to be lukewarm. It can't be too hot or too cold. After that, every Greek makes it their own certain way. You add this, you take this away. And it needs to go in there for about 2 hours. They see that there's donuts, they come in and they're made fresh and warm, and a lot of the kids love watching me drop them into the fryer. The other day, at the end of the day, there's sometimes some extra donuts, and a couple girls came in, probably 10 years old. They ordered a small. I gave them a regular size, maybe 4 or 5 extra donuts. And they asked me for a pen later, and I was like, sure, here. And I was cleaning up, doing some things, and then they left. On the napkin, it was like, thank you for the extra donuts and stuff like that. Yeah. To me. I've worked in restaurants my entire life. I grew up here. We had DuPage Inn for 40 years, my family, so working in them versus owning them is completely different. I always thought this was a good idea with Lukumadness, but I always questioned myself, why hasn't any Greek ever started something like this? Greeks have been in restaurants for hundreds of years in Chicago. Once we saw the place in Iceland, that kind of was my aha moment.
One of the biggest goals is to have a mobile truck, which we are already seriously considering so that we can cater to events.
It's always something I've wanted to do.
We've each had a list of things we wanted to accomplish, and somehow with every year, we look back and we're like, I can't believe we did it.
Miss Saigon is to represent all the Vietnamese women that came over here from nothing and kind of giving us life, so we had an opportunity to grow and live the American dream. We wanted the sexy pink vibe to it with the flowers. Our logo is a woman. She's blowing a bubble. Why we did the bubble? We just thought it was a good idea for Instagram and all the fun stuff. A lot of places in Philly close early, so we're trying to stay open a little later, make it like a night lounge. Good food, good hospitality. In Vietnamese culture, we're very hospitable, and we love to see people enjoy the food and the cocktails and have a good time. We want to give that full experience from the service to the high-end food to the high-end drinks that we serve here. We are at Miss Saigon. We are upscale Vietnamese cuisine to another level, from the food to the beverages, just everything around you. I always wanted a Vietnamese restaurant. It's always been my dream, bringing the streets of Vietnam to Center City, Philly, to culture people on the food that we do here. The chef, his name is Tommy Tran. He's my cousin. I grew up with him since we were a little kid. His food is inspired from his mom and my mom. I've been eating this cooking for very long time now. So it's very street food. Try not to dumb down the flavors or anything like that. This is a clam and scallion oils with peanuts and a ginger fish sauce. This right here is a skinny mini banh mi's. This is thịt bò lộc lak, which is shaky beef. This is our bone-in beef rib pho. We do 15 cocktails on our menu, from stuff like Aloha Noi to Ho Chi Minh Sins. We name our cocktails after a landmark or like a city in Vietnam. We have the restaurant, but at nighttime we have like a lounge. Have fun, drink our cocktails, and listen to the good music. Every now and then we'll have an event with a DJ or something like that. It's just a fun place. Everybody's welcome here. We're like Cheers.
Bing just means bread in Chinese, so this is it's similar to that of like flatbread or pita. Is probably what it's closest like mirrored to. It essentially became like the backbone of the menu.
What do you have planned for us tonight? Oh my God, this is amazing.
This is a good, I think, way to understand this restaurant.
When myself, Jude, Dave Chang were, R&D for the menu, this was supposed to be like a one dish. Hey, we had one piece being on the menu and that was it. And the more and more we were R&Ding, it's like, oh, this would be a really cool dip. This would be a really cool dip. It kind of just turned into a whole section. So in my head, it's like, what a great way to kind of start off your meal. It's kind of like, it was just a bread and butter service to start. But it turned into like, hey, we can like expound on this bread, butter, and ham, chickpea dip, ricotta, chili, and honey. It just kind of turned into this whole section, had a kind of a mind of its own, so to speak, as far as the R&D process. And it eventually just became like the backbone of our menu.
Oh my God, are you kidding? Butter and honey?
So we'll kind of just go dip by dip. This is a French salted butter, or demi-sel, and buckwheat honey. Ricotta is actually Jude's baby. We had a bunch of chili crisp left over. That was kind of like, hey, what's really great with chili crunch that's maybe not normal? We thought ricotta cheese, whipped ricotta cheese in this case. So this is our eggplant dip. Here we have, we call it our pine nut gremolata, but it's a mixture of pine nuts, parsley, chive, pomegranate molasses, and rice wine vinegar. I think we have one more. So this chickpea dip was actually first done at Momofuku Co. So this has chickpeas, a little sesame oil, lemon juice, olive oil, and miso itself, right? We upped it up a notch just on our end with sardines. So we'll finish this dish off with lemon zest and breadcrumbs.
Oh my gosh.
This is incredible.
You can do whatever you want, so.
You're watching Bite Size Coast to Coast.
American comfort food.
Καλώς ορίσατε στο Μykoniatico σπίτι. We're at Mykonian House. We're focused in home cooking, very traditional recipes. I'm very proud about our octopus. The actual taste I had when I was growing up is the same thing, so we try to keep it that way. We braise it in the oven till it becomes like a kind of tender, and then we marinate it with extra virgin olive oil, the lemon juice, and we simply grill it. We make every day fresh spanakopita, at least 3-4 trays. The spanakopita, this is very, very traditional. My grandmother, my mother used to make it actually almost the same way. We try to get the best ingredients we can as far as the vegetables, the cheeses, they're all imported from Greece, all the products. The seafood güveçi, we call it. It can be like kind of similar to paella. We use sun-dried tomatoes, we use fresh tomatoes to give the actual taste of the tomato sauce, good quality of mussels, shrimps, scallops, and also the saffron makes a kind of difference. And olive oil, garlic, yeah, very, very simple ingredients. because I've been on Upper East Side for quite many years, and I know a lot of people, a lot of customers, to walk in and feel like a home. That was the whole idea. Feel like have the feeling like you're on a Greek island, to feel the hospitality. When you see happy people and live happy and they enjoy the food and everything and our service, and then that's the biggest satisfaction for me.
My name is Randy Harmon.
Hi, my name is Tracy Harmon,
and we're here at Craving Kels.
So Craving Kernels, we're primarily gourmet popcorn, but we have something for everybody. We've got old school candy. We've also got the newest candy, TikTok. We have house-made fudge, fresh baked cookies, a full ice cream shop with milkshakes, waffle cones, and even ice cream tacos.
I drove over here just to go check this out.
We want people to come in here and have fun and have it be an experience, not a shopping trip to pick up popcorn. It should be a whole experience.
You remember the Red Hots growing up? We've got Red Hot cinnamon popcorn, tastes exactly like the Red Hots we had growing up.
Have you tried this, the cinnamon?
Yeah.
It's like a fireball shot.
We've really got a flavor for just about every palate.
One of my personal favorites is cheddar. Real cheese, none of that fake stuff. Make sure we get all of it out of there. And then we let this tumble for about a minute or two. Now, look at that. Gorgeous, beautiful. Boom. Just like that. We got fresh cheddar.
This is jalapeno cheddar.
We have a Oscars pack, and we also include our sweet butter corn, which is one of our signature flavors. Our special popcorn flavor that we've made is our sparkling wine with berries. We make that with actual sparkling wine in our popcorn kettle. And then we put in some blackberry popcorn because sparkling wine with berries. And that's just a really nice, mellow snacking popcorn. So you just sit there, eat your popcorn, have your sparkling wine with berries popcorn, and cheer for your favorites.
We're back on Bite Size Coast to Coast.
I love it.
Gem Bar is one of the first non-alcoholic bottle shops and tasting bar in the entire country. I think we're one of the top 3 that kind of all emerged around the same time, and we're the first in New Jersey. I'm obviously a beverage girl, so if you come in here, we have you covered. You can find zero-proof beverages, spirits, non-alcoholic wines, beers, mixers. So if you do drink, we have some really great options to mix with. We have some CBD-infused adaptogens, and then some fun items that kind of help you on your healing journey. I created Gem Life and Bar through a personal health experience. I have suffered with autoimmune illnesses for the better part of my life and had a very serious scare in 2020 that was life-threatening. And after that, I kind of explored that there was a gap in the market where people like me who weren't drinking for certain reasons didn't have fun alternative beverages. A space that needed to be created where you could have a really fun adult-like beverage that nourished your body and your taste buds, and that's how Gem Life came about. Hi, welcome to Gem Life and Bar. Imagine being like a month into the pandemic, April of 2020, and I started experiencing some really bad symptoms. I found out that my pancreas had stopped working and was in acute flare-up. That led to me having to do a whole rehaul on my lifestyle, and they told me I couldn't drink for a year and to start there. And now I'm almost 4 years without alcohol, and it's just changed my life in so many ways for the better. My goal was to create this bar that had zero-proof beverages and crystals infused, and that's kind of how Gem Bar came about. The beverages that you can experience at Gem Bar are I can make you a Manhattan, or I can make you an old fashioned or a margarita. We're just using non-alcoholic spirits. So you're getting the same complexity as a regular cocktail. You're getting the same taste. We also have drinks that have adaptogens, herbal infused, CBD. So that can also give you a little bit of a feeling and help with any pain, inflammation. There's stuff for gut health, skin. So I can't say it heals it, but I can say it can promote healing. And so those are different alternative beverages as well. Our 2 top categories would be zero-proof wines and the CBD, elixirs and beverages. I have some favorite drinks. Amethyst is a zero-proof spirit that is, to me, so much like a vodka gin. We also have Flora, so if you're looking for a little CBD action, these are pre-made margaritas that are delicious. I think it's a really cool time to be in the beverage industry because it is evolving. When I first started Gem, there was 6 brands. I think I carry over 300 different options right now, and that is anything from prebiotics prebiotic, probiotic soda like Poppy or Olipop to like infused lemonades with butterfly pea flower. I think that we're finding different ways to nourish ourselves. Our tagline is conscious cocktails for mindful moments. And what that means is like we're sipping on something consciously, we know what we're putting in our body, and we're connecting with others mindfully.
We got the mob meals, you got a small mob plate, and you get your choice of a protein and 3 sides, smoked links, brisket, rib tips, you can get fried shrimp. If you're on the fence about vegan mob or anything vegan, knock it out, man. Come pull up on us, baby. Vegan Mob is soul food and barbecue restaurant that is completely plant-based. I really love barbecue and soul food. My whole mission was to make the plant-based version taste just like the version that I grew up eating. People get confused all the time. They think that I'm lying to them and saying it's meat or it's cheese. I'm like, nah, it's vegan. Right here, we got the fryer, you know. This is where we got the good chicken going, you know. We got the grill going over here. We call it smackaroni and cheese because it's smacking, bro. This is food for a foodie, you know? You don't gotta be vegan, you just gotta like good food. In fact, 60% of the people that pull up the Vegan Mob are not vegan. I wasn't getting better fast, I felt like I had to change my diet. So as soon as I changed my diet, the flu just went away. And I was like, all right, I don't wanna eat meat no more, I don't wanna eat none of that stuff anymore. So that's how it happened. A lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of recipes, a lot of emotion. You know, it's just not a cookbook, but it tells my story and how Vegan Mob was created and how I got here, and it's me in a nutshell. It's hip hop, it's food, it's family, it's spirituality, it's my life, it's like part of my life stories in here. So it's a good read and you get good food out of it. It's about 90 recipes in there. The future for Vegan Mob is just to be everywhere like air. We want to be all around the world. We want to spread positivity, going into a healthier lifestyle with healthier thoughts. And we want everybody all around the world to taste our food. We got the fully loaded mob fries, baby. We got the lumpia and the garlic noodles, and we doing music, man. This is my producer, G Book. We not stop. Hey, I get pumped up talking about it. You just gotta pull up on us, baby. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
We're back on Bite Size Coast to Coast.
This one is by far my favorite.
Hey guys, welcome to Birria-Landia. We started because we kind us, we've been working in restaurant for 15, 20 years, and like everybody, always you wanna do by yourself. So I decided to do food truck. My friends from Tijuana, Mexico, they recommend to me to start sell tacos de birria. I drive to Tijuana, my friends tell me again, start with this, and I learn from the originals. From Jalisco, Mexico. There's birria from Jalisco, Mexico, but they make it go. It's a little different the style. They give you the birria in one bowl, tortillas on the side, and you build in your tacos, and it's very good. But then Tijuana, they change into beef. But birria means like it's beef caldo de res, is beef soup, soupy with a spoon. Another birria is adobo. Birria is like between, not too tight, not too loose with soup. I use all my experience working in an Italian restaurant for too many years to create my own birria. I had the recipe original, but I do changes. About the meat, I use a breast beef, brisket, very good quality of the meat. This is how we started. Everything started over here. We hear the birria over here in these pots. This is part of the chunk what we use to make sure we take the bones. There we go, it's ready. So this is the secret about the tacos is very important how you cover the whole tortilla with the flat grill to build them the tacos. Over here we do onions, cilantro, and sauce. The consommé we start with some chopped meat too. We do the same onions, cilantro, our sauce, lime, lemon. That's it. We cover and it's ready to go. You eat birria, it's like again, it's hard to you get tired to eat birria. If you eat birria this week, next week you are hungry, come to your brain right away. Yeah, the first one in Roosevelt Avenue in Jackson Heights, Queens, Williamsburg. I opened the second location. I told my brother, let's go to the Bronx first. And it's working. We are in East 4 and Roll in Grand Concourse. He's my brother Jesus. He's the other co-founder of this Birria-Landia, my partner, my brother. Then we started this one to here to Manhattan. Finally, it's done. And now we are the fourth truck. And we've been looking for, I think it's time to open our fruit break and more, our fruit restaurant. It's the time. Something like I want to do, and maybe soon.
What's your favorite spot to grab a bite or two? Tell us on social media.